First off, happy Friday the 13th. Second, this is all your fault. I'm serious. This is all your fault. Dragon's Ravine is going to get banned. Now, before I go any further, the only things I know about the ban list is that Dragon's Ravine is banned. It's going to get banned. And the Dragon Rulers have all been limited to one. So, in all fairness, the Dragons paid the price. The Dragons Ravine gone, and although I really don't see why it had to go. I mean, the only ones that were abusing the hell out of it was just Raccoonities and Dragon Rulers. But let's be honest, it was the Dragon Rulers who were abusing the hell out of it. You can run 3 of each if you wanted to, and now they're all reduced to 1. All 4 of them. So, given the fact that the Dragon Rulers, the deck itself, is now dead, thank God, thank Konami, if you will, and Dragon's Ravine had to go away. Now, somebody please tell me why Dragon's Ravine had to go away while the Dragon Rulers are still up and alive, if anything, just barely. I mean, the deck itself is dead, but the Dragons are still roaming the game. You can run 1 of each, but you can still run all 4 of them if you wanted to. And I really don't see the point in the banning of Ravine. I mean, yeah, I could see why it was being abused in the deck itself, but it was because of the Dragon Rulers. Like, keep in mind, Dragon's Ravine was a piece of shit before the Dragons came out. I'm sorry to say it, but Ravine was garbage. I don't think nobody would use it. I don't think Dragon players used it. I think only Dragoonity players would use it. This was just crap, if anything. Then the Dragon Rulers found a different way to make it playable, which they did, and because of that, that's when they banned it. That's the reason why they banned it. And now the only thing that we got to worry about now, the only deck that we know is going to be topping, which is the reason why I won't even check the listings, is Prophecies. We know those are going to be topping now. With Dragon Rulers gone, we don't even need to look at anything else. We know Prophecies is going to be taking over now. Like they came in at first, they came in second, going head to head with Dragon Rulers, and now they can finally make it to the top. Despite the fact that, and this is another thing I know, despite the fact that Spellbook of Fate is gone, they still have only 1 left. It's only limited to 1, but they can still use it. And with Magician of Faith coming back, in fact, let's take a look at the list real quick. Okay, the first thing to pop up is Dragon's Ravine. Okay then. I already said what I had to about that. Let's keep going. Return from a different dimension. Like, I didn't want to believe it at first, but at the same time, come on! Dragon Rulers. Self-destruct button. Since when was that relevant to the game? Who uses that? That's a shocker. No pun intended, but that's a real shocker. Like, who uses self-destruct button? That card has been old for God knows how long, and I don't think I've ever used it. I don't think nobody's ever used it. Oh, I see why. Okay, I'll get to that later. Let's see, who else we got here? Sixth Sense. Well, at least Konami gave it to us before this was announced. At least they gave us a little taste on how it is to play with it. But oh god, I knew that was gonna happen. But thank you, Konami, for letting us use it. At least now we know how it feels like to run it before it's banned. It had to get banned anyway, and it was already killing the game slowly. Although Dragon Rulers were the ones killing it first. Okay. And speaking of the Dragon Rulers themselves, here it is. I think I'm going to frame this. I think I'm just going to take a picture and just frame it. Blaster, limited. Debris Dragon. Well, I wasn't using Debris Dragon anyway, so I guess that doesn't matter to me. And Magician of Faith, I guess that's the reason why. Another reason why Prophecies might get a little boost with Fate gone, but whatever. Back to the Dragon Rulers. Redux, limited. Tempest, limited. Title, limited. I'm going to take a picture of this, and I'm going to frame it, hang it up right over there. Hang it up right over there. That way, it will be the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Divine Wind of Mist Valley. Okay, I could see that one getting hit too. And this is the reason why I'm guessing self-destruct button was hit. Final countdown. Which leads me to the question, who the fuck uses final countdown? Aside from me. I don't even use it anymore. Who uses this? When I used it, I only used one. Well, enough of that. Moving on. Sacred Sword of seven stars. Well, looks like Dragon Rulers really are dead. Oh, and Yakumo called that one, so I'll let him have that. Spellbook of Fate, thank God. At least I don't have to worry about it that much, but as long as it's still in the game. And once again, I'm pissed. Chaos Sorcerer and Lone Fire Blossom semi now. Bad enough I had to deal with Banishment from Spellbook of Fate when it was at 3. Now I gotta deal with that along with 2 Chaos Sorcerers. More Banishment for Prophecies. And well, for the entire Spellcaster archetype in general, so I guess that's not much to be pissed off about. I run Chaos Sorcerer anyway, so I guess it could be fair use. It could be fair. Lone Fire, I guess that one was okay. I guess it was high time it came back. Archlord Christie is now... It's now unlimited. Why is it at 3 now? If it was at 1, I would be happy, because I hate this card. I can't stand it. I don't know how any of you guys could stand it. I think the only thing I can use it to counter it is just Valor. Okay. With the first one, I would not care. I'd just make sure it would not make it to the field. If it was at 2, that'd be a problem. If it was at 3, flipping the table. Bad enough I had to deal with 1, then I had to go head-to-head with 2. Now I'm going to have to go head-to-head with all 3 of them. And that goes for the rest of you people. Well, it looks like I have to figure out a way to counter it. It's not the first time I did it, but hey. Alright, let's see what else is no longer on the list. Mizuki, well, once again, Yakumo called that one. Along with Plague Spreader Zombie. We are entering a zombie apocalypse, people. Oh, yes, we are. This is a zombie format, and this is the apocalypse. I present to you Mizuki at 3, Plague Spreader at 3. Oh, this is going to be fun. TG Striker, how many of you guys have been waiting for that? Tour Guide. Why? I mean, it's not to say that I don't want it at 3. I just don't care. People care about this being at 3 almost as much as they used to care about it when it was the money card. I mean, why at 3? And maybe it does with 3 being run in the deck, then I guess that you could draw it a lot quicker, but I don't think you need a 3rd one. I think we were okay with just having a 2nd one, but hey, with the 3rd one here, like, I don't think no one's gonna care. I think people are still gonna run it at 2, so M7. How does M7 go from 1 to 3? Who does that? How does that even happen? How does it go from going 1 to 3? Like it doesn't seem possible. I mean, M7's a good card, I'm not gonna lie. Like, shit, I could run it too. I'm glad it's at 3, but how does that happen? Like, it should go from 1 to 2. It shouldn't go from 1 to 3. Like, 1, skip to 2, and like, fuck it, we'll just head straight to 3. I think this is the biggest shocker out of all of them. Right up there with Dragon's Ravine, but I think this, jumping from 1 to 3, that's a big shocker. Well, people start getting your M7s because now we can all abuse the shit out of it. So for all you Concealer players, and if you just run Pallades, then get your M7s. You can run it at 3. You guys can run it at 3, I guess. So I think I'm just gonna stick with 2, maybe just the 1, if anything. And fire formation tanky is now limited to 3, unlimited. Not bad actually. I guess Fire Fists now have that one good one, so I guess good for them actually. I'm actually gonna be serious here and apply for them. Good for Fire Fists. Because I don't think I've seen them get that much play nowadays. At least not from my locals. So I can't really say. I could be wrong. I've always said it, I could be wrong, but at the same time, Tenki, the Bravo Fire Fist, you're good to go, I guess. So yeah, let's get out of here and back to me. And yeah, it's all your fault. It's all your fault, Dragon's Ravine is gone. But you know what? There's a way we can work around this thing. And by that, what I mean by that is, let's have a party! Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Let's celebrate the fact that Dragon Rulers are now limited to 1, and there cannot be a deck based on them. There will be nothing more than at least a summoning monster. A monster that's in need of summoning, or just an effect that you could use. A hand trap, or a hand spell, if anything. So, my thoughts on this coming ban list. Aside from Dragon's Ravine, I kind of like it. But then again, Konami could add a little something else. Like, this is just the leaked link. So there could be more. There could be more to come. I doubt it, but if there is, then there's still a chance. Something might come back, something might get banned. Hell, they banned Cyberstein in the middle of a format, so there's that. I like this new ban list, kind of. At least everything in there that got hit, I'm not running it. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. At least we know that Monster Reborn and Pot of Avarice did not come back, but we still have alternatives, if anything, so we're okay with everything. Aside from Dragon's Ravine and the Dragon Ruler players who were probably pissed off. But you know what? They deserve it. The Dragon Ruler cards, they deserved to get hit, okay? Because those things were getting out of control since day 1, and we all knew it. Now they pay the price. The toll has been set. So yeah, that's all I can say about it. The ban list is okay, to some extent, but we can only see what the next format brings us. We're entering a zombie apocalypse once again, so prepare yourselves, start citing whatever you can, because we're going to be dealing with a lot of zombies. With Plague Spreader and Mizuki now at 3, oh god, are we in trouble. They're going to be after our brains. Okay, enough joking around. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and comment, subscribe, give it a like if you will. Give me your thoughts as well, and I'll see you in the next vid. This is Paradeals91, and it's lights out.